balls. What is up, everybody, and welcome into the Losers Lounge. Forgot the sad trombone. There it is. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook.
Yay, thanks, DraftKings. Let's go.
DNVR when you sign up. Guys, this sucks, guys. This is there's no way around it. This is therapy time. This is I don't know how this one's going to go because I'm going to be honest right off the top. If you missed the game or whatever you're tuning in, Will Barton goes down in the second possession of the game. The Nuggets get one possession. I think
played 1 minute.
Michael Porter hit a three, I think, on the first possession. You come down, so far so good. Will Barton goes down on a non-contact injury. He says he heard a pop in his hamstring. I'm not a doctor. Pops aren't usually good when they're muscle related. Even worse. Like it's not, you tear this or that, a muscle. So anyway, long story short, they didn't have Will Barton, and when you take away Jamal Murray, Monte Morris, and Will Barton, it turns out you actually lose a significant portion of just what steadies your offense and runs it. So it was ugly tonight. I've got D-Line Co. I've never seen him this distraught.
I want to die.
I've never seen you this upset. I'm being serious. Like this is I've seen like playful Eric upset.
I dressed for a funeral, and a funeral was received.
A funeral was received. You did dress appropriately. Brendan Vogt.
I mean, how hard can you hang on to the ledge with one finger? Like the basketball god's just taking one finger off at a time here,
biting him.
Yeah. I mean, it's one to lose Murray and Morris. All right, well, at least that's why you brought Facu in, right? There's a ball handler. Will Barton, secondary ball handler, can pick up some of the scoring slack. The overlap of all three of those guys. I mean, earlier in the year, it was Gary and PJ at the same time.
Right.
And now it's these three guys who, in different ways, ball handlers, floor spacers. And without all three of them, how do you build a sensible lineup?
That's the thing is, I'm a little upset. I'm a little frustrated. Like, I thought Jokic tonight just didn't have it, and it's frustrating when we spend so much of our energy, like, pumping him up to other. Like, you have to, like, constantly fighting battles, and it seems like every time he gets the big stage where it's like, guys, just watch. He goes out and just, like, doesn't have any urgency or, doesn't make any shots. You're just like, man, I swear to God, he never does this except for when you're watching. And it's a little, like, I'm almost mad at Jokic, but at the same time, you step back and you go, you lose Murray. Murray Jokic was the real bread and butter. Monte, he's a point guard, knows how to get the ball where it's supposed to be and knock down shots, a very important ingredient. Then you have Will Barton. Everybody hates Will Barton. Like, everybody online is like, boo Will Barton. The thing Will Barton can do is he can do a little bit of everything. He can handle the ball. He can stretch the floor. He can do all this. You take him out, and they looked so bad on offense tonight. So incompetent.
Can you call what they were being on offense?
Kind of. I mean,
they had the ball in the right area.
I mean,
how many times has Denver been mundered this year?
That's a great question.
There was a Bizarro Munder, not many. Because I put Bizarro Munder on Twitter, and I was like, what do we call these?
Yeah. You got mundered. I don't know. It's not a good one. But Denver's too good off. They've just been so good offensively for as long as we've known the Jokic era. Now it's like.
That's it, man.
I can't even. When I'm watching the group out there, and look, Austin Rivers. It's hard to be mad at a guy. He was horrible tonight, and just like I don't know what you need him to make shots. You need him to maybe handle the ball. Couldn't really do either of those two things tonight.
Yeah,
you have Shaq Harrison, who I don't think is a point guard, like a true point guard. He's your main point guard, basically.
Yeah, guys. So we need you to come in here, just be yourselves on short notice. Actually, just kidding. We need you to be way more
Jamal
than
Murray.
That.
Basically, it's like we hired somebody last week, and we're like, hey, host the show.
Right.
exactly.
Adam's out this week. Here you go.
Yeah, we brought somebody in to handle merchandise and accounting, and we're like, hey man, we need you. Need you get out there and host.
He's like, where do I sign in? I don't know.
Where's the camera? Is it over here?
Where do I park? Is there like a? Oh God.
So I'm just down in the dumps. I'll be honest, guys. It sucks. I put this out there. It was 2 weeks ago that I tweeted out that the Nuggets have the greatest offense in the history of basketball, which was true. They had the greatest offense. It was just
that was a good day.
And it's weird. I was thinking about this. I almost tweeted it out, but I'm thinking, no, it's not really fair. The Nuggets had their busiest portion of the season, 6 games in 9 days. And on the 9th day, Jamal Murray got hurt. And since then, Monte Morris and Will Barton has gotten hurt. I don't think you can connect those dots because Monte had missed time part of that anyway. So it wasn't like he was, doing this. But it does suck that the Nuggets went through what was everybody knew was going to be the toughest part of the schedule, and they came out of it crippled.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I went and I bought cookies at halftime.
you were done.
I just needed to do some emotional eating. I saw it was coming.
And tonight, like you factor in, obviously the Warriors have fans back in the building, and then it's just like, how many times can you respond before you really don't want to get up again? And I know what like championship medal is all about, and we've seen this team be extraordinarily resilient, but they go through that stretch to start the season. Big stretch of missed games from Porter. Murray doesn't look great. They weather it. They look great. And then they lose Murray after the Gordon trade. They weather that. Then they lose Monte. Looks like they're weathering that.
Yeah.
And it's just how much can you ask a team to take? And at a certain point, like at least in tonight, this game in a vacuum, I just don't blame them for essentially rolling over.
I know. And
in the fourth. I mean, they fought. But.
And for any new viewers, any new people that don't know about the Nuggets, I would like to officially welcome you to Nug Life.
You can't escape it. Yeah,
we're here together.
Yeah, you're most talented group probably in Denver Nuggets history, at least most sensible starting lineup, right? Congrats, you get first round Anthony Davis, LeBron James, no Murray, probably no Will Barton. There's your reward.
Let's go back to Jokic here for a little bit. I mean, part of it is it's tough because the lineup that they roll out there, you got Facu, you've got Gordon, very quickly at PJ Dozier. None of those guys are floor spacers in any capacity. Yeah. They got some, like in the half court, just able to sort of fully double, block passing lanes, all of that stuff, and there's just nothing for him to do. That being said, we have given him just so much praise and love and this or that, and like he's earned. That's part of being a superstar. The downside of the superstar is there's just never an excuse, and I thought tonight the team kind of looked to him for, hey, what do we do here? And I just felt like he didn't have an answer for that in a way that was very frustrating. And look, I give him a pass. I'm with you. I give him they got a game tomorrow night. You didn't know Will Barton was going to be out. Having to adjust your game plan on the fly is really, really tough. But the Jokic of the last 13 games or whatever is going to have to be the most aggressive version of himself. I just don't see any other way about it. This isn't a one where it's like, get everyone involved. Like, get Facu involved?
Right.
Get Aaron Gordon more involved? Like, no, man, you can't.
It's tough, though, because he was trying to get people involved. And
that's what I'm saying. He was trying to,
But then he was also, when he wanted to be aggressive, like he was just getting double-teamed. And normally it's like, cool, you get double-teamed. You have to pick your poison with Jokic. He can dish it off to somebody else. Now it's like, cool, you can double-team him, and then he dishes it off to no one.
Right.
So you can nullify him.
But this is why he has to adjust his game. That's why I say you get a pass when it's tonight, because there was no time to make a plan.
For sure.
But now, like tomorrow, it's going to be, you're not catching the ball on the elbow to survey. You're going to have to start catching the ball with a quick move in mind.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start. You're going to have to start doing things that. Your pace picks up. You're going to have to start coming off of screens ready to shoot immediately before the double comes, and it sucks because I know that's not the way he wants to play. He's capable of doing it. But I'm being serious. Give me a 5-man lineup that you think can be competent offensively, given the guys that are healthy.
Good Lord.
Give me backcourt players that are going to knock down shots consistently.
I can't. I mean, are we talking about Austin Rivers? I mean, no.
Yeah, no, because he was so bad tonight.
Right.
But you got Austin Rivers, PJ Dozier, Facu Campazzo, Shaq Harrison, Marcus Howard.
Jesus.
Those are your backcourt players. There's not a single one of them that I would say,
happened?
that guy is going to run a pick and roll, a successful pick and roll, let alone two of them. Now, they all have talents. It's just that those were never combinations that Tim Conley was like, you know what we'll do.
What we don't know yet is the clock on Monte, or the timetable, I should say.
Yeah.
And how quickly can you get to Morris, Dozier, Gordon, Porter, Jokic? Maybe that group can make it work. But without Monte, man, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Michael Porter was an interesting one tonight because, my God, 7 of 14 from the three-point line is like an absurd. He's
absurd.
Such a great shooter.
I know. I wish I was feeling like euphoric about that stat line like I would have been in normal times.
So tonight, well, here's what I wanted to say. I mean, we'll talk about his defense. His defense was really bad tonight, and he's been up and down defensively. I think people are adding me tonight saying, you think he's better on defense? No, he's not. Well, tonight's tough. He picked a good night to make that point.
Sure.
I do think he's been better, but tonight he was really bad. But you look tonight at Draymond Green and Steph Curry. Draymond Green has, 15 assists tonight? 19 assists.
He had
Holy
19
shit.
assists.
19 assists. I'll bet Curry had 11 of 18 from the field. I would bet like 8 of those field goals came from Draymond assists.
Yeah.
And because Draymond is hunting him, and the whole team is sort of setting screens for Curry to come off of and then him find him, I feel like this is one way the Nuggets could try to salvage it. Jokic has to find Porter to that level, because it's like, we were talking about this, we're watching the game. What are we hoping for here? I'm hoping for a Jokic or Porter shot, and I don't care what the context is it comes in, because you get it to anybody else. But I do think there's something to Jokic might have to, begrudgingly so, lock in to Michael Porter one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, truly, every time the ball would be in the Nuggets' hands, again, I don't really want to say that they were on offense, but when the Nuggets had the basketball, it was like, what is the thing we feel good about
line.
happening here? Like, Michael Porter Jr.'s shot feels good.
Even contested. I mean, there were times where like, just shoot
Jokic's
it,
shot
man.
would feel good, but he's not really into it. Other than that, maybe like a heavily contested Compazzo 3 that's going to be really errant. There's maybe a
PJ Dozier, sometimes like driving or something like that. You feel okay about, but not really.
I mean,
it's tough, man. It's tough. This is luck,
this
man.
is not. I mean, this is not the Nuggets. Like, this is a different team.
It really is.
This is like all different guys, and like half of these guys just showed up, and man, this is so brutal. Like,
You're sitting there like, how did we get to Shaq Harrison, Austin Rivers?
We all these guys that we signed that were break glass in case of emergency. Like,
Just
we broke the
smashing
glass. There's glass everywhere.
Blood just dripping down.
Yeah, no one walk in here without shoes. There's glass everywhere.
This is dark, man. Like, I mean, we've been following Jokic there.
know.
We're, 7 years into it? I can't remember, 6 or 7 years. And I think 6 years. You're just sitting here and you're like, this is the darkest moment, I think. Like, maybe that when the Nuggets were down to the Jazz last year, that was pretty dark, but they bounced back immediately. This one you look at and you go like...
But this is like being punished by the basketball gods.
I do feel like we're being punished. I don't know what for.
This is like the thing that this is coming off of directly after our highest peak.
It's so true.
We had our highest peak where we won 8 straight games. We literally achieved the best offense in the NBA history for a game, and then it all just fell apart. Like, it's that gif of the raccoon putting
totally.
it
is the little
cotton candy into the water. It
that's such a
disappeared.
sad gif. It makes me sad every time.
Me too. And now that's us.
That poor little
That poor raccoon didn't know what hit it.
and none the wiser too. They just had no idea what happened to his poor cotton candy.
Look, you guys got confident and excited down in Denver. We're not having that up in the basketball god
I know.
heaven. Like,
I don't understand, man. People say it's smug life. You know what? My fault. Bring it on. Bring it. Yeah, it's
you might have to wear this.
It's my goddamn fault. I don't understand how Laker fans live their entire lives this way. We get excited. We feel positively.
Have 4 days of happiness.
We feel positively about our basketball team and speak as such for 4 days.
You want to know what's even funnier about smug life? People don't know this that aren't in Denver. It coincided with the first signs of spring. Remember how sunny it was?
Dude, yes.
And then all of a sudden it started snowing again and just hasn't stopped. It's like we're like, winter's over, we're there. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, snow, injuries, misery.
Oh my god!
It's all you almost have to laugh at it. Honestly, you almost have to laugh at it.
You don't almost have to. We were just literally laughing.
We were on the bright side. Actually, Jokic still played 33 minutes tonight, and Porter 37, which is a lot on the front end of a back-to-back, which also sucks. Now they have to travel back to Denver.
Someone in the comments just keeps saying, "Start the show," and no one understands.
Am I supposed like a dance? Should I do a dance? Is it like a...
That person needs to restart their browser, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably got... Yeah, it's probably like his computer's glitching and he doesn't realize it.
Is it on Twitter or YouTube? Huh.
Aaron Gordon tonight was interesting. He did knock down 2 of 5 3-point shots. He made a couple plays offensively that I really liked. The thing with him that was frustrating for me was his defensive intensity just in there. Like, the Nuggets need Aaron Gordon to be a pit bull. Like, they need him to be Facu, just like energized, like this is your role. And I said this when I did my scouting report on him. He has Wilson Chandler syndrome. He's got that thing where you're like, hey man, I don't know if you are, but it doesn't look like you're playing very hard. Like, I don't know. He kind of always seems like he's playing at half speed.
Yeah, and it's tough because maybe it's the sprained ankle or whatever, right? Maybe he's
Really
a little
might
more
be.
banged up than we think. And that's like not necessarily just an excuse. Like that was a serious injury. But I'm with you. Like tonight looked second gear. The Wiggins blow by. It kind of was like the Tatum blow by.
Dude.
I guess was that a couple weeks ago now, where you're like, yeah, that's kind of why you're here,
Right,
So,
right.
and look,
And it was Wiggins too. It's like, come on,
I
man.
know he was the perfect complementary piece to this
Right
group.
now he's not that.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be honest. If it comes down to like we need more from AG, I don't think that's gonna happen in this context. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. Like we picked up Aaron Gordon. It was like, oh, this is the perfect complementary piece. It's like we have a car, we have a race car, let's get a motorcycle with a sidecar. And now it's like.
You gotta
now-
take
now
that
it's
to
like,
work
I
everywhere.
gotta take this motorcycle with a sidecar to work. This is not my
It's
primary.
snowing on you, and you're like, damn, my primary
Will Barton's car just crashed. Can you tow it? Yeah, like
tow it.
Facu in the sidecar. Just
I thought this was supposed to be a recreational vehicle, man.
Part-time car. So anyway, everything's bad. Oh, and then tonight, to round out the shit show here, Campazzo, we wondered what he could do against Steph Curry. He efforted. He played freaking hard, man. And for a moment in time, I thought he did a nice job on Steph Curry. Steph Curry eventually figured out how to get open and, just kind of murdered him. I will say this. Facu, his job is to frustrate opponents. Everybody hates him.
yeah, he
Facu is
was
supremely
good at that.
hated.
It's true, including half our chat half the time.
I actually thought for 3 quarters, like Facu's defense was tenable. I mean, it is Steph, and you are out of options. For 3 quarters, it was like, okay, Steph looks good, but not like a world beater, and he's making them work. The 4th quarter, it got away from him. But I'm not going to sit here and go, "Hey, you should have played better defense on Steph." Like, I know. Good luck.
But
Yeah.
no, but you are, because that's the exact thing. Like, here's the thing about it is, even if you had a Will Barton tonight, the game would be different because offensively things would be different. But if you were to fall to a play-in game against the Golden State Warriors, it'd be like, okay, we need you to actually make things hard on Steph. Like, what is your utility? It's that. Like, you don't have any other utility.
I just think he did do that. And in the time that he was doing that, the team around him, I'm not saying like...
Steph was still the plus 27.
and look, I saw the
good.
4th quarter. I'm just thinking for 3 quarters, he looked like a mortal. And that literally is the bar. That's the bar.
He went from immortal to immortal in 1 quarter.
Yeah. This is so depressing. Like, I'm sitting here just trying to think about where to go with it. And I'm like, I'm equal parts frustrated because the team didn't play to the standards you expect.
This
even
is like I can't even be mad at this team. Like this
I know.
isn't the Nuggets.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I'm frustrated because we saw like Gordon should have played harder. Jokic should have played, been more aggressive. Facu could have defended. But then at the you're also just like, but also
Dude,
I don't know, man.
Two
Right.
weeks ago, just imagine we're like, we need to get more out of Shaq Harrison and out of
Shaq Harrison, yeah. Austin Rivers.
we need
needs to
Austin
step up.
Rivers
What?
to be slapping the
Who?
floor, playing some defense. Like
Yeah.
these guys that we just picked up. Like, oh god.
All right. Well, we still got to talk about the bench, and then we're gonna shake off these. What is
Cobb?
No. The book. Our pout. We're pout fish right now. We have a pout face.
Hey, Eric.
We're spreading the dreary wearies all over the place.
What is he saying?
I think this is a children's
This
thing.
is a children's
Okay.
book I read to my daughter. And
he
she
was
loves
asking.
it.
He was asking you, noted father, what the
You're a
children's book.
pout fish with a pout face, and you spread the dreary wearies
I didn't
all over
read
the
that
place.
book to my
It's
kids,
really good.
actually.
It's like a
And you
new
know what?
Jack.
It's like a little kid's book that's actually taught my daughter Ellie some real lessons, because sometimes she'll be like, "I'm a pout fish." It's very adorable.
Chat is sad, but the chat is also saying that Brendan Bell looks very great. So I like
Hey,
that
I'll take it.
comment.
Oh.
Me too, or just was it just Brendan?
Just Brendan.
Okay, all right, okay. Let me know if they say anything, about how good I look.
It's the smoothie diet, bro.
Not gonna lie, or NGL, I think that's what it means.
Yep.
This low key
Nice.
worries me about Jokic MVP because he lost to Curry once again on national television. The Curry MVP fanboy is gonna be relentless. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
You're
like,
right.
don't watch ESPN tomorrow.
Oh, definitely
But
don't.
I do think it'll also be okay. Like that win got the Warriors to 500. So I'm sure Stephen A. Smith will have a lot of good things to say about Steph tomorrow. By the way, as he should. But I don't think this
He was more valuable tonight.
Clearly.
And it's not like they have an awesome team. They do have a chance to plan
Yeah,
for this
Jokic was
terrible team.
garbage.
But guys, it
That's
takes
the problem.
Jokic was pretty bad.
it takes a little more than getting like outplayed by the best player on the 10th seed to lose MVP in one night. It's okay. Just don't watch ESPN tomorrow.
It's Saturday. Stephen A. Smith's not even working.
Let's hit our
that's
break. On the other side, we'll talk about this bench unit, and we'll try to talk about now the question, and really this will be the meat of today's show is, do they have to mix it up? Is it not, it's always one man, next man up. Do we need to just change like several guys. It's not just move the next guy up, but like, hey, we need all new pieces. I think so, but we'll talk about it.
We brought you damn good beer. Now we're delivering to you damn good beef. This beef is so good, guys, that we had to bring it to you at the DNVR bar. You can now come down and build your own delicious Hassel Cattle Wagyu beef burger. Not yet.
It's coming, though. It'll be here shortly.
Just reading the ad read, guys.
Yeah.
But soon enough, you'll be able to order your own delicious Hassel Cattle Wagyu beef burger and add all the toppings you want and enjoy watch parties with the finest beef. Head to HassleCattleCompany.com and use promo code DNVR10 for 10% off your order. That is DNVR10 for 10% off. And hey, any orders over 200, you receive free shipping. Don't be shy. Order in bulk. Check them out now. We promise you guys, you won't be disappointed. And let's talk about DraftKings.
Let's do it.
America's top-rated sportsbook.
How do we do
app.
tonight?
Yo,
our NPJ hit right away.
Draymond Green's points, rebounds, and assists hit without the points.
It pains me to admit this, but Dev's locks are actually locks.
What about my goddamn lock?
I don't
Michael
pay
Porter
attention.
Jr. hit 7 threes.
All right.
I said he did over two
Good
and a
job.
half.
Good job.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
I don't want your pity pump. That's a pout pump.
All right, well, listen, for some, the draft is the most exciting day of the season. For others, it's a chance to build on last year's success. Whether your team has the first pick or the last, DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing excitement to you. DraftKings Sportsbook is adding to the thrill of the draft with a chance to turn $1 into $100. You guys have heard of these types of promotions before. It's simple. All you have to do is place a wager on any draft day outcome, any outcome at all. You'll be eligible to turn $100 or $1 into $100. That payout comes in free bets. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DNVR when you sign up for a chance to turn $1 into $100. You should do that, by the way. Generally recommended. DraftKings Sportsbook is letting you turn $1 to $100. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Winnings paid out in free bets. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
All right, getting back into this game here. The bench unit also looked pretty rough tonight. Austin Rivers, 3 of 7. He was a minus 17 tonight in 23 minutes, and it felt like that. I mean, he really felt rough, especially defensively. Every time Curry got him switched onto him, I was just like, oh, God.
What a nightmare. What a nightmare.
Was a nightmare.
Austin Rivers is a guy you've just rooted against your whole life, and then now he's on your team. You're like, okay, cool. I've seen him do good things against us. Maybe he can do some of those good things. You're like, and then you're like, oh, no. Nope. Yeah. He's still hurting me, but this time from the inside.
JaMychal Green is the one that has really been the toughest because you remember how much we all loved him the first 2 weeks of the season?
Oh, yeah. Dude.
J-Mike Fever.
Oh, we were like, Jeremy Grant?
Yeah, exactly.
Who needs Jeremy Grant? You got
is JaMychal Green better?
This JaMychal Green light. He just couldn't be stopped. And now the only one who could stop him is himself and his own abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I also think we're just at this point where almost every lineup is a slog, especially these second unit ones. And it's like, JaMychal Green might finish some open looks, but he's not going to drag a rotten half-court offense to competency.
I know, but he's part of why it sucks.
Fair enough. You know what, Eric? Good point.
So here's where I want to go. Rather than just kind of go through why that second unit wasn't good. I mean, they weren't good. Rather than go through that, let's try to make lineups without Monte, without Barton, without Murray. Let's try to make a starting lineup that's going to make sense. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Know,
we can really try to piece this together. Number one, you need some spacing. You need guys that can make plays. You need guys that can handle the ball. Here's my lineup.
Okay.
I would go, obviously Jokic and Michael Porter. Okay. I think you have Aaron Gordon, too, because at least there's some things he can do. I would try to go to P.J. Dozier, and I would probably go to Facu, and I don't love it.
I think that's not only is that, that's going to be the starting lineup.
Probably.
Absolutely. There's your 2021 starting Denver Nuggets lineup, everyone.
Where things get really disgusting is when you go to the bench unit, because I think Shaq Harrison now has to become your point guard and lead defender, which is really tough. I think you got to start experimenting with some scoring. You've got to bring somebody in that can score, and maybe somebody in that can just make things a little bit, make the defense adjust. I know Malone's not going to do this. He wants to be conservative and grind it out, but who's going to score the basketball with these second units? Why not throw out there lineups that feature, all right, we're going to play JaMychal Green. Let's put JaVale McGee in there. Do we have Zeke Naji or Bol that we could dust off the shelf to put out there?
This has to happen. The Paul Millsap, JaMychal Green
it's done.
Connection.
Please.
Never again. Cannot work. Does not work. Either Zeke Naji in place of Dad. I love you, Dad. But we've grown apart.
That wasn't like a great second unit even that they had to throw out there tonight that they still struggled against.
We need
you
to
know?
play Zeke Naji or we need to play JaVale McGee, and you need to make a decision there.
I wouldn't mind seeing Bol at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's earned these minutes. I know Malone is so big on that part of
Yeah.
it, but at the same time, just you need something that you can have a little bit of hope in. Maybe you have to play a little bit of zone. Even these lineups, I'm starting to put together.
Yeah,
I'm like, who is your second backcourt player? Is it Austin Rivers? My God.
We might get some Vlatko too. I mean, literally everything is on the table at this point.
Yeah.
Who's your second guard off the bench? You got Shaq Harrison. Is it Austin Rivers?
It is Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
So it's Austin Rivers, and then you got JaVale McGee. You just get weird. You know what? Let's just get weird. Whatever. It's so sad. Like, we can't even sit here and logically think of things that make sense for this team.
You're just like, all right, I hope Porter and Jokic each shot 20-plus times tonight.
Telling you, man.
Every night.
They're going to
Dude.
have to.
And that's tough with Jokic. Like, first of all, I mean, we've seen him do this in the I need to be aggressive mode, but it is, to a certain extent, like asking a computer to ignore the calculation.
The calculation is just different now. I mean, I actually think he is capable of adjusting his mind frame. The problem is I don't know if it's going to work. If I was guarding them, I'd just be like, yeah, we're not going to allow that. Make Facu shoot 12 times. He doesn't want to shoot 12 times.
That's what I'm saying. Like he
shot 8 times tonight. It hurt to shoot 8 times.
They were just doubling Jokic, and he was kicking it out to people that it was like normally be like, oh, you done messed up. Jamal Murray's open. Now it's like, oh, you did right. Facu got the ball. So
yeah, so
congratulations. You got it out of
Facu 1 of 8,
hands.
1 of 7 from 3, and it didn't feel like he was off tonight. It just felt like he was.
I feel like he was Facu.
It felt like he was Facu. This sucks, guys. Trying to put it together. You know what? Play ball. Just give us something to be excited about.
Just play ball.
Not even because it makes sense, but just so that we are like, oh, hey, this will be fun. This will be such a thing to do.
Oh my God.
I kind of like, really, what do you have to lose?
Send us your questions, guys, in the comments here. Let's run us some questions.
Give us something to talk about.
I'm excited for our golf tournament tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Very excited.
Hell yeah.
Feet up on the table.
I'm done. I'm done caring. Look at those. And these shoes are so dirty, too, from all the snow and rain. Golf tournament tomorrow. That'll be fun. They got the Houston Rockets. At least you have a team coming in that's like, all right, that's a game you could win. I don't even know if I could say should win.
Here's what I will say is that tonight happened after Will Barton went down, and the team has. I'm sure that they're worried about Will Barton. I'm sure that they don't know how to play together. These combinations they have to cobble together. I mean, granted, tomorrow's not a long way away, but at least they'll be able to go in and be like, all right, these are going to be the lineups. Think about it in more of a thinking way rather than just like, oh my God.
We just did that, though, and we couldn't think of it. Like we just
No, but I even mean like, but not just like, okay, what are these lineups, but just like Jokic's approach. I think you hit a very important part, which it's a different thing to react to this mid-game, right?
Right.
Do we give one of the best basketball minds of all time more time to calculate, more time to figure out what his approach is? Like, Jokic and Porter are still on the team. Like, they can go still beat the Houstons of the world, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I think Houston. That's why I say it's a good one.
Right,
I mean, it is the second night of a back-to-back. I'm now paranoid about injuries because Denver's exhausted. Those stupid saps, the Nuggets, they took the season seriously. One of few teams that actually did that, and apparently that was a bad move.
Disgusting. Basketball gods, what is this message?
Yeah, what is this
What are we
message?
to learn?
What are we
Don't
to
play a
learn?
single game together all year.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Walk to a title.
Yeah, like after the regular season, nothing good can happen for us. Capitalism wins. Hope is dead. Are those the lessons?
Oh man, Gordon Glasner just sent
Gordon!
us. It says wrecked.
Wait, will you put
It's
that on?
hippo falls out of chair and screams wrecked.
Is that what it says, or is that what you decided?
Gordon's
it
down
was?
bad
That's
too.
what I'm gonna
Oh
guess.
well, I want the official description. Let's see here. Hippo character collapses to the ground as his chair breaks, while the words "wrecked" appear above him.
You know what, Gordon? You're not wrong.
Except for the one thing I will say, it says the words "wrecked." That's one word.
All right, Eric.
While the word "wrecked."
Do you, Brendan? What's your level of hope for the Nuggets for the rest of the year? Like, just, this is obviously we're in the darkest moment, but what is your hope that there is something on the horizon, brighter days?
Yeah, I mean, look, first you just, if and when we get a timetable on Will Barton, like that will, is it 2 weeks and Monte comes back in 2 games? they can survive that. But even then, it's like what you were hoping to do for once was take Will Barton to the playoffs and not have to wonder.
Yeah.
And even if he comes back now, it's what kind of shape is he in?
Eric, your level of hope.
It's not high. It's not high, my level of hope. I believe in the long-term vision of this team, absolutely. My level of hope right now is that at a certain point, like, it just becomes a fundamentally different thing. Like, it's a different team. This team doesn't, I mean, can they work together? I don't know. Like, I'm not feeling particularly hopeful. I will say that at the moment. I won't assign it what I actually think because maybe it'll come back to bite me, but I'm not feeling very hopeful at the moment.
So here's one thing that could be I'm really squinting to see a positive here. When a team changes dramatically, it's harder to scout them because it's like, okay, well, I don't know what they are. Well, here's what I was going to say is
by Michael Malone.
If I were to guess, and again, nobody has told me this, I'm just guessing. I don't know. Will Barton might be out for quite a while, maybe the whole year, but maybe he comes back late. Same with Monte Morris. Maybe it takes him 2 weeks and then he gets back. Teams aren't quite ready. You go into a playoff, say you play the Lakers, and they're like, I don't know what this team is. We think we know the players individually, but we don't know like who's going to start, what combination, like what are we doing here?
Including the Nuggets.
Including the Nuggets. But well, the Nuggets at least have a better idea. And if you get into a series where it's like, I don't know what they're now this guy's the point guard. I don't know. Like that you could maybe gain a little bit from that. I don't know if it's enough to beat, say, the Lakers in a playoff series, but at least it is something that like creates a little bit of chaos. I mean, seriously, think about this. If Denver goes into a playoff series and their starting point guard is Shaq Harrison, like the Lakers will be like, we don't know, man. We've never seen this version of the Nuggets.
They're starting Eric Weedham. We don't know how to play this guy.
He must be a shooter. Look at that body. He's not going
we
inside.
We don't know what he's doing. We're confused.
So that's one. That's one little thing.
I don't know if I have another thing.
I mean, you guys asked for questions.
We have some. Have you earmarked a few? All right, give them to us, Allie.
All the Argentinians are saying in Spanish that every time the Nuggets lose, you guys just blame Facu.
Stop
get
it.
over
We
it.
Barely even talked about it.
Get over here, Argentina.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Argentina. Quit
Sorry,
whining, yeah.
you know?
Every time they say
Oh my God.
We would love to get on here and sing his praises to you guys for 2 hours.
Everybody sucked tonight.
I
including
Literally everybody on the Nuggets.
all
sucked
the
tonight.
Nuggets are bad.
all right.
One of 8 from the field. But okay. Do you think the team is emotional losing so many guys? Of course. I think, and this is what I mean about Jokic tonight is, and this is why I can't blame him. I thought Jokic just sank emotionally tonight.
He did, man. Like I really do think that was a lot of what he was going, or what this game was for him. Like that's another one of his guys, like another one of his running mates that just went down. Like
No. I feel like it's when Eric, like when people come to you and they're like, we don't know the design world or whatever, like do this, and you're just like, that's like a week's worth of things. You want me to do that by 5? I just kind of feel like that's how they went to Jokic tonight. It was like, hey, Barton also went down. We need you to do this, and he's like, what? It's not a thing that can be done.
right, but I feel like it was just more emotional for him. I mean, Will Barton, that's his. They have a good relationship. They played together for a really long time, and it also has to just sort of feel very Sisyphean for our boy Nikola Jokic. We get the rock almost all the way to the top of Smug Life, and what happens?
It rolls right back down.
Rolls right back down, baby.
That'd be a good Nug Life shirt there. Whole Sisyphus rolling the rock up. Yeah.
Hopefully now, when is MPJ going to average 20 shots a game? At this point, I mean, you not just jacking up shots. You'd like it to come from specifically the 2-man with Jokic, but especially when he's on the floor at that second unit, just shoot the ball.
This is also a thing that could come out of it. I don't have a lot of faith that it will come out of it. But even with Murray down, the Nuggets did not go to the Michael Porter Jokic 2-man game, which doesn't exist yet, but you would cultivate it. With Barton out, you might just have to. This might force the Nuggets' hands, Malone's hands, Jokic's hands, even Porter's hands to say, hey, why are we putting the ball in Shaq Harrison's hands and PJ Doyle? Like, let's put it in Michael Porter's hands, and yes, he's going to have 10 turnovers a game for a while, but let's just let him have 10 turnovers while he tries to figure out how to run pick and roll, dribble against traffic, and read the court and this or that, and see if we can't get over a quick hump, because I don't know what other thing there is. So he should get that many. Denver has to completely go away from everything they've tried, including since the injuries. But I think they should. Michael Porter's really good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
He's
take.
frustrating. I get that he's frustrating, but he's really good.
Oh, dude, he's really our only hope at this point. Like, we need Michael Porter Jr. to play at such a transcendent level
Yeah.
Hey,
alongside Yoke.
but the thing is, he is a transcendent player, right? So
I know.
talent, and maybe it doesn't happen overnight. Probably won't.
We need him to play in high gear.
Probably won't. But it is at least like you are asking a guy who's cut from that cloth to step up. It's not like asking a non-star to be a star.
Can we move Porter to shooting guard in favor of some larger lineups? Yes, Ray. Hey, here's another one. You want to talk about weird lineups?
Let's get weird, baby.
Malone doesn't want to do this though because he would rather be like, well, let's just put our defense. He might not be wrong, to be honest with you. Like, but there is something to be said for why not put him there and see what happens? Why not play my dream lineup and bring Bull also out there and Gordon? Let's just go. You know what? We're getting all forwards and centers.
Let's go full
but they can at least shoot.
Full Nuggets fan fiction.
Remember that starting lineup in the bubble?
Let's do it. Let's do it, man. I mean, what else is there? Is it really that much crazier than Shaq, Harrison, and Facu as your backup?
It's not going to work.
I mean, it makes Malone more upset. What is your guys' opinion about JaVale's lack of minutes when we're getting beat on the glass? I mean, I have no idea.
I think I know how Eric feels.
I don't know, dude. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, JaVale McGee is like gives you so many. I mean, I just don't understand why you don't shuffle the deck a little bit.
Well,
if nothing
for one
else.
reason, because they keep winning, and we talked about this. The wins were ugly, but they kept winning. 11-3 now in their last 14, I believe. So it's not even. It's funny we're talking about the sky falling. All these things have happened. They lose 2 to the Warriors, 1 to the Celtics, where they actually were great for 3 quarters and then bad for 1. So it is easy to be caught up in it's clearly not working, but until the numbers say so. So maybe we'll get that soon.
For me, it's just like this is our new reality. Like this
Good
is
God.
going to be our new reality. Is just this team we just watched tonight, and they never had it going. They never had. There was never a point where I think the Nuggets got up by 1 point at a certain point in the.
Porter had it going. That was like the only thing going.
And I was like, all right, but I was like, I can't imagine. I mean, it was such a slog to get to that point.
No.
So I don't know why we weren't just mixing. I don't know.
Do you think they will tomorrow night?
I have no idea.
I think maybe, like, if you're looking for adjustments, they're far more likely to come after a loss from Malone than winning those games.
No question. What else, Allie? These are good, guys. Keep them coming. It's better than us just BSing. Time to start grabbing Jokic's rest. We're not getting the number 3 seed now anyway. It is true. What is the stand? Let me look at the standings here because the Lakers aren't too far behind. It's weird to even be talking about. You can't lose home court to the Lakers when it's like right now I have no confidence in them beating the Bulls or the Timberwolves.
The Warriors, who are
definitely not the Warriors,
in the
let alone
play-in
the
tournament.
the GD Lakers. They're 3 games up on the Lakers. They do play each other. Yeah. I mean, maybe you grab Jokic some rest. I'll tell you what. Jokic doesn't look like he needs rest. He looks like he needs emotional rest, but physically, I don't think physically he looks fatigued. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, but some of that's preventative too, right? Like you're also at this point just don't want him to get hurt
I
either.
think we'll see. I don't know. I don't expect it honestly from Jokic. I don't expect the rest day. What else we got? That it?
No, hold on.
We have another break too.
Yeah, we have another. But let's hit another break, Allie. Keep seeing if you have another one, and we'll do it on the other
send us
side.
some more questions.
Harrison should be joining us too. I'm kind of curious what everybody has to say.
Hey, listen, I'm sure a lot of people need this right now. So good timing. We've got a new partner. We've partnered with a premier dispensary for you guys with smoking hot deals to offer. Solus Meds. Solus Meds has 4 convenient Colorado locations, 1 in Fort Collins, Wheat Ridge, 1 off Broadway, and 1 just blocks away from the DNVR bar on East Colfax. And the coolest thing right now about these guys, besides the sweet marijuana they're selling, hey, they're giving away a trip to Jamaica in the month of April. Actually, though, head into one of their 6 locations.
You been to Jamaica?
I have not, actually. My dad once hiked to a Peter Tosh concert by himself in
Oh,
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Is this true?
That's when I first realized my dad was way cooler than I knew.
Wow. That's a hell of a story.
So just head to one of their 6 locations and sign up to win a trip to Jamaica. They'll give you all the details on how to enter. Or you can just visit www.solusmeds.com/sweepstakes to find the rules. Or just head to any location, ask the bud how you can win. Guys, when you make a purchase, be sure to use code DNVR20 to save 20% off your entire purchase. No better way to celebrate. 420's gone, but we're all just down bad, so pick up some weed.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
best.
420
That's
every
the
day
best
at the
I can
moment,
do.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? We got another one?
We do. We've got Chevalier Mortgage. Guys, call Virginia directly at 303-257-6578 or visit www.dnvrmortgage.com. Sure, you're probably hearing how great mortgage rates are right now, but Mike and Virginia are not just your typical mortgage company. They have phenomenal rates, but what really makes them different is that Mike is a certified financial planner and looks at so much more than just the rate when designing your home loan. Also, they're small, they're family owned. These are the type of people that we like to partner with. Visit them at dnvrmortgage.com and enter to win a free DNVR shirt or hat of your choice when you do. Most importantly, go get set up with a free consultation to discuss all of your options. One more time, that's dnvrmortgage.com. And guys, finally, I got to tell you about Gabby. What does it stand for, Eric?
Get a better insurance.
How do you get a better insurance? Well, Gabby's not an insurance provider, but it's essentially price shopping. On average, customers save, I lost the number, $961 per year on average when they use Gabby. Gabby never sells your info, no annoying spam or robocalls. So put your policy to the test like we did. Get a better insurance with Gabby. It's totally free to check out, no obligation. Gabby.com/DNVR. That's GABI.com/DNVR. You are probably overpaying for insurance.
Yeah, you jerks.
Transition defense, we forgot to mention it, but this has been 2 games in a row now where it's like some of these that one where Maloney ran out on the court and just like completely lost. I've never seen him actually that upset at the team before. We've seen him do the like under his breath. Malone very good at containing his emotions, and it comes out through angry face, but not so much through like he was like yelling at the guys. Did you guys see it or no?
I
You
don't
missed it?
know. Yeah,
You missed it? Did you see it?
I saw when he was yelling at the refs, but yeah, no.
No. He ran out on a play, and it was a bad one.
Yeah, he felt differently about the rolling over thing than I did in the fourth quarter.
They rolled over. You don't think they rolled over?
No, I do. I'm saying I kind of get where it came from today.
Oh, I see.
Malone
I see.
had no patience for that.
Which is good. That's why
He's the
you
head
need your
coach.
leader
That's his
to kind of have that perspective. But it is what it is. Should tell Harrison just to come back over.
Harrison, please.
Okay, I've got a few more questions.
Do we get to see him or?
Okay, DNVR, off the bench, could we run a Bull and JaVale McGee plus 3 guards lineup, run some sort of zone?
Do the Nuggets have 3 guards?
Uh,
If you start 2,
no, they do not.
you actually don't have 3 guards, even if Marcus Howard is one of them. So to answer that question, no, you can't.
Zone, though, maybe. I don't know.
But the idea is, can you run McGee at JaVale and Bull? Well, first of all, Bull might be your guard. I mean, honestly, like, do you have more faith in Denver doing what they did tonight with your second units, or do you have more faith in, like, let's get weird, play some zone, and you've got Bull and JaVale and Porter and...
I do honestly feel like they need to make a very conscious decision as to what their identity is going to be and just sort of like pick and stick and just cultivate that and let those players play together and like try and figure something out. Like the movement was terrible. Like none of the players had any idea what to do with each other. What's up, Win? It's very windy in here.
Harrison, how would you describe the mood in the Denver Nuggets
Man,
locker room?
we're just
Was it
having
good?
a party out here.
Was it upbeat? Was it optimistic but muted?
I don't know, man. It was bad. It was depressing.
Well, it
It
sounds
was
about
rough. It was a rough night, man. It was a really rough night.
Well, take us first through Michael Malone. Anger, disappointment. What were the leading emotions?
I mean, all of those things. He got a lot of questions about just the Will Barton injury. Well, first of all, he only got 4 questions. It was a short post-game presser that was cut short. But we...
Cut short because he just wanted out?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, don't blame him.
Sure. I mean, on nights like tonight. But no, he was getting questions about Will Barton and whatnot and how that injury impacted the game, how that injury impacted kind of the spirit of this team. And he said... This is a quote. I think all you guys are fishing for we lost this game because of Will's injury. Don't make that excuse for us. Will Barton went down. He's hurt. We feel for him, but we all get paid on the 1st and the 15th. Do your job. We didn't do our job tonight. I didn't. Our players didn't. It's unacceptable.
I didn't know they got paid on the 1st and the 15th.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was just an expression or
That's
what
pretty-
that
yeah.
actually happened.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you bring up
Bi-monthly.
Did you bring up like the W-2s or any tax implications?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Didn't hear that from him.
I wonder if it's like every Thursday or if it really is 1st and 15th.
I always
mean, it could be.
envision, you know how player like talks about a game check. You get
Yeah.
fined a game check. I always envision just in
Every
the locker
game?
room, there's just a check with everybody's name
Michael
on
Malone
it.
has to sign everybody's
That would be
check.
great.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll give you one
They're
Chappelle
just
even though you
all on a
didn't do
table
anything.
in the middle of the locker room.
Dude, if I was in the NBA, I would demand that I was paid in one large sack of money that had a dollar sign on
quarters
the
only too.
Yeah.
You ever think about like how much money Jokic makes per game versus Marcus Howard?
Yeah.
Like Marcus Howard's not making that much more than us.
front. Well, to be fair, like Jokic makes a lot more.
We
than,
make a lot.
I was gonna. But you stole my joke. I was gonna say he makes more than me too, and me and Marcus Howard do about the same.
No.
Yeah, so Malone also talked about the defense. He said the defense was embarrassing. He said the stat sheet had the Warriors for 29 fast break points, but he thought it was more. Just the layups in transition, the open shots in transition were unacceptable. And then he just said it starts with playing hard. He said, we did not play hard enough tonight. That's the most disappointing thing about this game, aside from the Will Barton injury. We just didn't bring the requisite energy, fight, effort, whatever you want to call it, into this game.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean he's not wrong. Those fast breaks were maddening, man.
Yeah,
This was
man.
like, what are you guys doing, man? All right, so that's what Malone had to say. Who spoke? What players?
We spoke with Nikola. We spoke with Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Nikola was asked just what the most disappointing aspect of tonight's loss was, and he just said, like, they were better than us. They were flat out better than us. He mentioned the transition defense, the open threes, the layups. They out-rebounded Denver, obviously, because
Yeah.
Nuggets shot a terrible percentage from the field tonight,
Sure
but he
did.
just said they were better than us, flat out better than us.
Yeah, because I don't know who this goddamn team is.
Yeah.
Of course they're bad. This team sucks. This is not the Nuggets.
Well,
Yeah, he also said, quote, I'm just hoping no one else is going to get injured. We're missing Jamal, Monte, Will, all really good pick and roll players, team players. We'll see what we can do. It's opportunity for someone else to step up and play. And then he also went on to say, we have to know what we're going to do on the floor. He was talking about the offense. We need to play with purpose more.
yeah.
I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough when you lose your top three lead ball handlers.
Did you feel like he was disappointing tonight? Understandably so, but
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like everybody's spirit was zapped. That
I
was
feel like
my
we've
feeling.
been kind of bad tonight, to be honest
Dude,
with you. This is a
my-
C minus.
My
losers
energy
last
has
year.
been horrific.
Oh.
I've been toxic all night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough night, man. It's a tough
It's a
night
tough
to
night.
spin.
Tough.
That's just the
A-
reality.
Aaron Gordon. What do we have for Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon, on the offense, we've got to move the ball. We got to play in a way that's unpredictable. A lot of time we came down and it was a quick trigger, shooting the ball early in the shot clock. We've got to continue to work the offense and play through the big fella.
Well,
And then he was kind of asked about, I guess, taking on just more offensive responsibility. And I don't know about you guys, like, I feel like he's gotten more post-ups
a lot. Yeah.
over the last couple games than he might
Not a
have
fan.
gotten in his first 2 weeks here.
Not a fan.
I'm not either. He said he's just got to take on more responsibility. And then he was talking about from the post, scoring, facilitating, finding the open man. He said it's just going to take consistent decision-making from him there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the answer. I mean, give him in the wall in the post. You do have one more floor spacer because now he's not spacing the floor. So now you have Michael Porter and you have Jokic
Yeah.
spacing. But even still, Facu and PJ Dozier with Gordon in the post, like, come on, man. I don't like that either.
You can also tell, at least from tonight, the couple possessions he got there, it's just not something he's completely comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just not his natural thing to
But
do
he
on a
goes to it a
basketball
lot.
court.
Like I think he thinks he's comfortable.
Yeah, I think he
there,
does, yeah.
But it's not. It's clearly not his bread and butter.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just like on the spirit of the team, like that's my biggest thought coming out of this game. How do the Nuggets go forward and like still believe in themselves? Because it's got to be tough, man. It's got to be tough. And he just pretty much said, we've got competitors on this team. We got ball players. We got guys who want to win. We're not backing down. We're still going to look to win every game.
I do have faith that the Nuggets are going to bounce back from the effort they put forth tonight, and I do think that they are going to, at the end of the day, put up a nice fight. Whether or not they can do it, I mean, who knows? We've counted them out before, and they've really proven us wrong. But I do feel like this is a uniquely difficult challenge that they have. This isn't a, rally around with you got this. It's like, hey, I don't know how you fix this, but try.
No, this is like you have a really awesome car, and many of the pieces have broken.
Okay.
inside of the car.
Okay.
It doesn't work that well anymore. And now it's like, man, what's wrong with this car? It's like the pieces of the car are broken. So it's difficult when the radiator fell out. And now,
This is like an action movie where like the steering wheel pops off and
Yeah.
one wheel pops off, but still like Vin Diesel gets it
Yeah,
across the
dude.
bridge. You know, it's like Jokic's Vin Diesel right now. No steering wheel. He's just got little clamps on it. I've never seen those movies. I assume
Yeah,
that's what
I can
happened.
tell.
Is that how
But you know
that's
what?
not how
It
it
was
is?
a fair
Is
guess.
it pretty
It's
good?
about
It was like
accurate.
kinda
Pretty
accurate,
close,
yeah.
You can kind of.
All right. You got The Rock back there. You know, he's doing his thing.
You're kind of nailing it.
that actually sounds like a great movie you described.
Ludacris is there just saying
Hell
things.
yeah, he is.
Okay, I think you have seen Fast and Furious.
Is this
I know
good so far? No.
you know a little too much about
You
this
get-
movie.
yeah.
No, I'm telling you. Then there's Hobbs and Shaw by them, and they're there also. I don't know.
This man's been reading online.
I just know the names. All right. Anything else, Harrison?
It's really all I got, man. It
Man,
was
you-
tough. It was a tough night all around. Tough night.
It was a tough losers lounge. I'm not gonna lie, as evidenced by the very small number of people that tuned in with us. But you know what? Wear that like a badge of honor. All 500 of you
I know.
guys.
You know who's here? The real ones.
The realest of the real. We say that before when there's like
Yo.
1,000 people in the losers lounge, but when there's 500, it's
Yeah,
like,
we
hey,
really
you know
did
what?
tonight.
You
How much pain can you take?
You people are our people. We're working this out together. I still feel terrible. I don't feel like we've worked anything out, but it feels good to at least talk.
Fast forward to 4 weeks from now, and the Nuggets are on a 14-game losing streak, and there's 12 people. We're like, you guys are the real ones right there. All 12 of you. just teasing.
I will say the Argentinians wanted me to let you know that they were directing their anger towards the chat.
Oh, okay. I was like, geez, man, I don't think we're
course.
being that hard.
So we're
on
still
him.
good, Argentina?
I know. I was sitting here like, come
Because I
on,
love your
man.
boy. I love your boy. That's my spirit animal.
Oh, are you kidding? They're the same height.
Wanted to clarify.
All righty.
Thank you.
All right, we're back. Love you,
We're
Argentina.
back. You're here
fan
in the
of
chat.
Argentina.
We just pumped you up along with
I would
everyone
love
else.
to
for being
Mendoza,
here.
Cordoba,
Oh.
all of Patagonia,
Yeah,
Buenos Aires.
Sure.
You know?
Maradona?
Maradona, Diego
Absolutely.
Maradona.
Luis Scola?
Beef.
Iguazu Falls, which I think is technically in Brazil, but on the border.
All
that's
right, all right.
impressive.
And I got.
One hard-hitting question for you.
Is it Tierra del Fuego? Tierra del Fuego? What kids book is better? Pout Fish, you know that. Oh man, my guy
Or
Davies.
Alexander Bro- the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad.
Oh
day.
no, it's definitely Pout Fish. Are you kidding? I'm telling you, all the ones that you know, all the popular ones, overrated, except for Runaway Bunny. Runaway Bunny is good.
What's Pout Fish about?
Don't-
Pout Fish with the pout
We
face.
went over
And he's
it already,
friends with
actually.
Adam
Adam telling you how the
This is
ones.
something you guys already discussed in the show
Adam-
that
It's a
I'm
cute
now
song.
bringing up.
Adam's explaining
It's
how
about
the
this
other
sad
ones are
sack
overrated,
fish.
and then goes into
There's
reads
this-
what I assume is the entirety of Pout Fish.
He
It
just
really
goes
set the
around and
tone
everywhere
for this.
Pout Fish goes, he makes everything worse until one day a fish comes and gives him a kiss, and he realizes there's no point in being
Well,
sad.
Adam?
And then he's a
Right.
kiss fish with a
Right.
kiss face.
Lay it on me. Let's go.
Please kiss me.
I
They're
gotta
so
say,
sad.
This is I gotta say though, this is Alexander, the terrible, no good, very bad day.
This is the very bad day. This is a bad one. Thanks, guys, for riding with us.
guys
We're going to
whip
be back
ass.
again tomorrow. We're all going to play golf tomorrow and
Yeah,
be
dude.
exhausted, and
Oh,
then
dude, I'm
come in
gonna-
with back-to-back golf energy.
Dude, I am gonna get all of my Pout Fish energy out on the goddamn golf course. I'm gonna pound some Breck brews. I'm gonna cheat at golf and nobody's gonna know.
Well, I feel like now there's sort of a heads up.
It's gonna be amazing. The vibes are gonna be immaculate. We're gonna come back in here. The vibes will be unbelievably tragic, but it doesn't matter because we're here with you and you're here with us.
Hey, don't let us stay below 100 likes. Hit that button on the way out. We'll see everybody next time.
Oh, here at Ball Arena, Nuggets.
Huh. I love it.
That's such a fitting